Hello and welcome to Transform Your Astrology. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things that you need to know for the upcoming Aquarius full moon that is peaking tomorrow, Wednesday the 2nd at 4:30 a.m. The first is the big message of Aquarius. Aquarius energy just wants to break free, just wants to be their unique and individual self, know who they are, speak their truth, be themselves. It can be quite a quirky energy, really fun, loving energy, loves to bring groups and friends together. It may be that you felt that there's a part of you that you've kept to yourself, that you haven't really been able to share with other people. And there may just be a scenario that comes up over this full moon that asks you to truly be yourself, or to break free of living in the box, doing all the jobs, all the things you should do, and forgetting to go out and have some fun, to go and enjoy life, to go and start a new hobby or something new and exciting that brings that spark to your life. Because Aquariuses, they often know how to have a spark. They have the hobbies, they have the fun things. They're in tune with their inner child. So if you were to break free out of living the same day, Groundhog Day, every day, over and over again, what would it be that you would choose differently? And we're guarding against this, oh, if they weren't like this, I'd be happy. If this didn't happen, then I'd be happy. No, what can you do? This is about you. This is about you breaking free. This is about you choosing what it is that you want to do. And it may be that it all felt too difficult before. You didn't know where to start. But this is the beauty of working with the ebbs and flows of the moon. It's kind of like this big energetic push going, go on, you can do it. It's time to really make that change now. So I'm really excited about this full moon because I think we're going to see some wonderful change coming up. And that's not to be feared. Change is a wonderful thing. One thing we can guarantee is that life will change. But is it going to change on your terms? Or is it going to feel like life just happens to you? The second tool here is the energy of Aquarius is really electrical. So it may be that you feel like something just comes out of the blue. It might be in a really positive way, that enlightened idea that you haven't been able to figure out how you can make a change, and then you just have this bright idea, this light bulb just goes on. Or you've been wanting to work out for quite a while and you just suddenly figure out how you can make that happen and how it's going to be light for you, how it can be in your routine in a beautiful way. It may be that you do some spiritual growth in this time and you really have a beautiful, enlightened message come through for you. This energy is great to connect with spirit. Now, if it's playing out in the challenging side, it could be that other things come in really out of the blue. That conversation where you go, wow, where did this come from? You've seemed happy for ages. Now you're telling me you're unhappy. It can be in the challenging because with each sign, there is a soul side and there is an ego side. There is no one that is purely soul side. We are here to learn, we are here to grow. So if you have one of those growing experiences, what is it trying to teach you? Why did this come up now? What is it that you're trying to break free from here and just be your unique and individual, beautiful self? There is no one else in the world like you, and that is your gift. If we were all the same, wouldn't this world just be so boring? So, what is the unique beautifulness that is you that you can share with the world? Now, the third tool here is embracing your groups and friends. Aquarius rules the 11th house of groups and friends. So this is a really great time to go and catch up with friends, do something new, humanitarian causes. It may be that you bring a lot of people together for a beautiful cause. It may be that you're seeing how you are in groups and friends and you want to break free from the person that you've been all the years and be a little bit more authentically yourself. You might be trying that out with your groups and friends and just really embracing all elements of you. Because often we go, oh, people wouldn't like that side, I'll just keep that for me. But it's really important to be all of you, all elements of you. And that is your gift, that is your medicine to yourself, your friends, the world. The fourth is we have an aspect in here, and that is Saturn in Pisces, which is opposite Mercury in Virgo. So Saturn has been in Pisces for some time now, and he's been asking us, testing us on our trust in our spiritual self, in knowing ourselves, in flowing with the ebbs and flows of life and connecting back to our heart and our spirit rather than living from our head. Now you're getting a check-in on that story because opposite that is Mercury, which is the mind. It might be that with this energy, you've got a really, really busy mind. It feels like that computer system is just on overload. The Virgo element here is asking us to ground it, to take the steps. What are the tools to help you with the busy mind? Or say you've had this desire on your heart, Pisces in Saturn, this desire that you want to do something different. You want to share something of yourself. You want to try that new spiritual practice, whatever it is, that new hobby, and actually ground it. Go and do it, moving through those hard stories that you tell yourself in your mind and go, no, I'm doing it now. What's my next step? Virgo is really wonderful at grounding and really wonderful at going, okay, what is my next step? Let's organize my day. Let's put all my ducks in a row here. What if I just showed up one time a week to do this hobby? And then it wouldn't be so overwhelming. It wouldn't be so big. And the last step here, number 5, is just to remind you that we are really in a time of change. We have had the nodes change to Libra and Aries. Now, the nodes are a really karmic node. It's something that we're all going through collectively and together. So, this is how we juggle how we are and what we need for ourselves versus what we need in relationships or what other people need from us. That balance of filling up our cup first and then sharing our love and wisdom with the world around us. The next is Mercury has gone into Virgo. So we just briefly discussed that, but that is about taking all those many thoughts in your head and actually doing something with them. How can you ground them? How can you bring those ideals of what you want into your day-to-day life, into your day-to-day work? It could be that you could be channeling a lot of messages right now. It's really a beautiful energy for that, but not just to have an idea of what you want. Let's take action. Let's actually bring in, even if it's just a really simplistic tool. I found that they actually help more than anything. Something as simple as just showing up to each day, just going, what's next? What's next? What's next? Versus then getting caught in the energy of the busy mind where you're everywhere all at once. You're planning today, you're planning next week, and it's really hard for you to ground in what those action steps are for today so that your next week does look better rather than just showing up for all the jobs. And the other big change is Venus retrograde. So we are in a time of looking over relationships. When planets are in retrograde, it's a yin energy. It's a reflection energy of looking back over old ground and going, what could we do differently here? Now, it could be that you end up running into old people that you haven't seen in a while. Maybe that friend that you haven't seen in 10 years, or that ex-partner, or there's that old person you used to work with. Now, if they're showing up, it's for a reason. We ask that question again, why now? Why do they pop up into my life right now? So there may be some reflection time of maybe how you were in that previous relationship and going, wow, I can see how far I've grown and evolved. Or it might remind you of, the imbalance that you had in that relationship, and then you focus on really being balanced in your current relationship because you know how that looks if you're all scattered all the time. So all these energies, they are here for us. They're here for us to learn, grow, evolve, and become the best beings that we can be. So I hope that you really enjoy this full moon energy. If you would like to know more about where your full moon is impacting your life, you could come for an astrology chart reading. Or if you would like to know more about astrology in general, you could learn your own natal chart, which is like your blueprint of life. So it's going to show you where you are to be fulfilled, what your greatest life lessons are. It's kind of like the cheat sheet, and it shows us that we're on path, and also what steps and what tools we need to do to actually change the trajectory into your life where you want to go. Take control of your life and start stepping in that direction. So if I can help you in any way, please do reach out. Sending lots of love and light. Bye.